What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Solid Edge Works Gogeta. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. This figure is based on Gogeta from Dragon Ball Super Broly. The blue variant is based on the moment Gogeta poses and smirks while fighting Broly, while the yellow variant is just a Super Saiyan recolor. This is a Solid Edge Works release, which are museum-styled crane figures from Banpresto. If you're interested in buying this figure, then I recommend Bashman Collectibles, my favorite place to buy Kuji and collectibles. Link to their page in the description. I'm not sponsored by Bashman at the time of recording this video, I just really like their service and prices. This figure was released on August 19th, 2022. Both figures stand at 7 inches tall, weigh 13.5 ounces in box, weigh 8 ounces on their own, and both figures come with their upper body, lower body, and support. Gogeta! So I think, and excuse me, I've been recording these like back to back, so I've recorded a bunch of these. I think this is my last Solid Edge Works review that I needed to do in order to catch up with all of them. If you want to see all of my Solid Edge Works reviews, I'll have a playlist to all of them at the end of the video during the credits with the big the cool outro Dokkan thing that I do. But yeah, if you want to watch all of them there, they will all be there, and I will be continuing to review Solid Edge Works as new releases come out. At least that's the plan. But let's talk about Gogeta himself. As a character choice, I think it's good to include as many characters as you can within Solid Edge Works, but Gogeta is so oversaturated in the market. I love Gogeta, man. He's my favorite fusion. I think he's super cool. I'm glad that he was in the Broly movie and all this great stuff, but holy crap, there's so many Gogeta figures. But hey, Solid Edge Works inevitably needed to include Gogeta. I wish they would do more Dragon Ball Super figures. I wish Dragon Ball Super would have more figures in general, but yeah, I can anticipate that Gogeta would be included in Solid Edge Works. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I like Gogeta. It's his Super Saiyan in his blue form. I wish at least we would get like base Gogeta a little bit more often. It's always like blue, 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 and then a Super Saiyan, and then blue, 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 and then maybe we'll get a base form Gogeta, which I think would have been more interesting. But I'll give it a 4 out of 5 just because we're so oversaturated with Gogeta in the figure hobby. His likeness is pretty good for the most part. I don't think it's bad at all. He looks pretty good in the face, I would say. It looks pretty close to the way he looks in the movie. There is something somewhat off of the blue variant. Like his eyes look like too dimmed or dull rather than a bright blue. Like I feel like the blues of Gogeta Blue's eyes are like the same color of his hair. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe it's a byproduct of reusing Gogeta sculpts. But the yellow one, like, he doesn't have any issues with his eyes or any of that. So it's a minor issue. It's more of a nitpick. I still think they both look pretty good in the face. So I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. Not a bad job, Bandai. I am overall like kind of pleased with a few aspects of this figure. The sculpt quality is pretty good. I like the way that they crafted each figure. Their hair sculpt looks pretty good. I like that they're in a more dynamic pose instead of just walking forward like every Solid Edge Works figure. So that is kind of cool that they put something like that in there. Yeah, it does make him a little bit shorter than usual, but we'll talk about that in size and scale. But I like a lot of it. I like the way that his hair looks, the jacket flowing, the details of his pants, his muscles. I think he looks pretty good. Even his support, while it is kind of ugly, at least it's small. It doesn't seem to fit super snugly around one of my Gogetas, but that could just be a QC issue because both of them are different in that sense. So I will give the sculpt a 4 out of 5. Pretty solid one. Paint and shading, not bad. There's no shading whatsoever though on this figure. I like the bright colors between both of them with the blues and the yellows. Again, I will point out that the blue hair, he has slightly dulled out eyes, so they don't look quite as good as the yellow one. If I were to prefer one over the other in this entire review, I think it would be the yellow form, just because the colors pop a little bit more on him than they do on the blue Gogeta. But I do think the contrast of like the bezels on his jacket do really well with the blue of his hair. So really, it's whatever one you prefer, or if you want both. But I think they have nice colors. It's a shame that Solid Edge Works only has shading on like 2 figures. So it would just make these pop out a little bit more, but it is what it is. They're pretty standard in that sense. So paint and shading is going to be a 4 out of 5 in my opinion. The size and scale, also pretty good. In a vacuum, I think they're pretty well sized. One of the better sized Solid Edge Works figures. Yes, they are shorter than other ones, but that's because he is crouching down. I'm sure if he was standing straight up, he'd be kind of close to like 9 inches. So it does look bigger when you see him like in person. So that is pretty cool. He's not going to scale outside of Solid Edge Works. And like I've said before, he's not going to scale within Solid Edge Works. These figures aren't really meant to scale, but I think he's a decent size. There's nothing really wrong with that. So I will give size and scale a 3 out of 5. But yeah, dudes, I really do like this. This is probably one of the better Solid Edge Works figures, just because they didn't mess up his face. They didn't do anything weird with his support. He's kind of safe. Yeah, so I'll walk away and I'm going to give this Gogeta a 4 out of 5. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.